Hello guys, what's going on? Captain Nick 88 here, and a lot of you guys have been asking to do some tutorials on After Effects. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be the guy that you want a tutorial from, as I just started this program 5 days ago, but I am getting the hang of it, so I figured, hey, I might as well give it a go, and I'll show you guys how I make my text in After Effects. So all you have to do is launch up After Effects, click New Project, and you'll get to this page. Now, there's compositions are pretty much like groups in Panzoid. You can layer different compositions, and there can be pre-compositions in compositions. So it's basically like a bunch of groups, and you can layer them, if that makes sense. So you're going to go over here and click New Composition, or you could just click this. We're going to go here and click that. Alright, now usually what I like to do is I like to set all of my compositions that aren't going to be the final one to like 2 minutes or something, so I have plenty of time to time remap or something like that. I'll go over that in a different tutorial. But all you have to do is create a composition, right? And you want to go here to the text effect up at the top, or the text tool. And you just got to click on the screen, and then you could type your text. So what we're going to do is we're going to type your text, like that. Just click out of it. This way you're not selected into it, right? And then you could click V, or you could go up here and click that. And then what you could do is select the object down here in the bottom left. Hold Control and double click this button. What that'll do is it'll center your text. It'll center the anchor point in the middle of your text, and then you could go here to align it like that. And that's pretty much going to be your basic for the text. Now you can select your font and do whatever that, but we're going to leave it as American Captain. So the next step would be to select it, right click it, and click Create Shapes from Text, like that. And basically what this is this is going to be your white text, or the text that you're going to see in the middle. Alright, so this could be, you could also gradient that as well to a different color, and I'll show you guys how to do that in a minute. So once you have your outlines, okay, you can open it up like this, and in Content you're going to see all of the letters. So you're going to see your text just like that. Alright, and the first thing you want to do is click on Contents, and you want to click Add, and you want to click Group Empty. And you're just going to click and select all of these like that, and you're just going to drag them into Group 1. Alright, so now they're all in Group 1. And then what you want to do is you want to click it again, and then you want to click Group 1, and then you want to click Add, and then you want to click Stroke. Alright, and when you click Stroke, you could set this to whatever color you want, and we can go with like a darker color as well. And if you go over here to your Preview tab, right here is a toggle transparency grid, and that'll make it a little bit easier to see the border for now. So you can play around with that if you would like. If your text has a white border, then you might want to just stay on this one, but if it has a black border, it might be a little bit easier to visualize on this. So we're gonna make this like a darker gray, and we're gonna set this to about 15. Alright, now you want to make sure that this is going to be the same as your it's going to be the same what is it called, stroke width as the 3D text as well. So you want to make sure that whatever stroke is here, you like it, alright, because it'll be a little bit harder to change at the end. So you're just going to find one that you like, and I guess this will do right here, 25. Okay, you're going to go to Line Cap and Line Join, and you're going to set both of these to round. Alright, so you got round cap and round join. It just makes the text look a little bit nicer, and once you add the 3D to it. So you can close Group 1, and you're just going to duplicate it. So you're going to click on Group 1 and hold Control and click D, and that'll give you Group 2. I like to drag it underneath. Now from here, what you can do is you can go to the stroke, and you want to make it a little bit darker. Alright, and then we want to click on Group 2, right? This way you add a repeater to Group 2. If you just like have it selected to this, it'll add a repeater to the whole thing. So you want to make sure that you're selected on group 2, click add, and click repeater. Alright. And then from there you just select how many copies you want. So we're gonna go like 20 copies. And this is basically gonna be your depth. Alright, see it goes like that. So now once you have like your and this you could change as well, so it doesn't really matter. So you're gonna go here down to transform repeater. This comes along with the repeater effect, or a repeater whatever it's called. I'm just gonna say effect. You want to set the position to 0, hit tab, and set this one to 2. Alright, and you want to set your scale to 99.6. Right? If you don't set it to 99.6, well, you can also set it to some other stuff as well. But it's just like, 99.6 is a pretty good number, and it looks really fire. I got that number from UFX, from his tutorial. And then all you gotta do is with this alter these anchor points. So you're gonna go. So this would go up and down, right? So you can make it go up and down if you drag it like that. Or you can make it go left and right. So what I like to do, okay, I get the center, whatever text is in the center, and I make it so that it appears that I'm looking directly on top of that shape. So theoretically, I really shouldn't see that much of 3D depth on that shape. Alright, so this looks pretty good. It looks very, very nice. Okay, and you want to make sure that your stroke for this one, for the group 2, is darker. Alright, or it may not look as, it may not look quite right. So, if you are in that case, you might want to just make the other one a little bit brighter. And this is what you have, right? So this is what you're going to get. So that looks very good so far. It looks absolutely fantastic. Now, let's say you're content with this. You could just create an intro with this text. But let's say you guys want to create a like a gradient color. You want to make this inner color like orange or something. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the Effects tab, and you're going to type gradient, and then you're going to find gradient ramp right here. Just drag that onto the first text that you created. Alright, this is the one that doesn't have the eye on it. Okay, and you want to enable that eye actually. So you want to click on that, and then you'll see the gradient in effect. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to go down here to start of ramp. So you're going to see start of ramp, and you're going to see end of ramp. You want to just lower these points so that they're on these like cubes. So there's like a bunch of cubes around the shape. I believe there's 8. So you're going to put the these like they kind of look like crosshairs or iron sights. You're going to put those on top of those squares, just because that's where the text, you want the gradient to be located in between those 2 points, because the text is located in between those 2 points. So then what you can do is you could also swap the colors, so you could get something like that as well. But what you can do is you could start picking a color. So if we choose like a yellow right here, or a little bit more orange right there, and for the end color we select like a vibrant orange, you can get something that looks a lot like that, and that looks very, very nice. So let's say we go a little bit darker. We want it, let's say you want it a little bit more orange, and you want it a little bit more this way as well. You can make it look like that, and that right there looks fire. So it looks really, really nice. And you can go back, and that's actually pretty much the end of the tutorial of how to create the text. But you can also go back and you can alter the stroke colors. So let's say you want to make this white now, right? You want to make it white, and you want to make it let's see. You want to make this one just like a gray, right? Like that, right? Because you're like, okay, this might look better, and then you do that, and then you have a whiter, like a different version, and then you could slap this right here onto a solid background color, right? Let's say you want to slap it onto an orange background color because your theme is orange. Drag it to the bottom because remember it's a layering, and you'll get something that looks like that. Alright, so you can play around with how you're going to create the text and the different colors and different things that you want to apply to them. You can also do this, ready? So if you want to make it look even nicer, you could just highlight both of them. Okay, click right click on one of them and click pre-compose, and you could just call this text or something, whatever you guys like. Go to the effects tab and type warp. Alright, and Jesus, it should be in here somewhere. There it is. Warp. Just drag that on, and if you set the warp style to show lower, alright, or you could also go show higher or show upper, it doesn't really matter, but I like show lower. And then you could change that bend, so you can bend it however which way you want to bend it, you know. So you could do something like that. So if you do -10, you're gonna have like a little arc, right? If you do -15, you're also gonna have a little arc. And the beauty of this is it doesn't really move the top that much, so it looks really you could play around with this. You could also do vertical distortion. So if this one's pretty cool. So if you set the bend to 0 and you play around with these, so you can make it go like side to side, kind of like that if you want, like a 3D maybe perspective effect that you're trying to achieve. But here's vertical distortion, and if you just raise it a little bit, so you make it like 30-ish, it actually looks very nice. Mix that with a vertical a -15 bend. Maybe lower it a little bit to 15, and there you have some really nice looking text. Okay, so that actually looks pretty good. I have to remember this method because I usually don't apply the warp effect, but you can play around with all these settings. It's really cool. And maybe you don't like the way I created the text, but maybe this helped you because now you know that, hey, I can apply all these different effects and I can do this and that. Maybe you can create your own text style that looks 20 times better than this. If so, let me know in the comment section. I would love to learn if you'd be willing to teach. But this is my 5th day using After Effects, and this is the text that method that I use to create text, basically. So if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, make sure you guys drop a like. If you guys want to learn anything else in After Effects, let me know down in the comment section, and as long as I know it, I will teach you guys. If I don't know it, then I'll do my best to learn it. This way I can show you guys as well. I have been learning so many effects the past couple of days. It's ridiculous. I've spent so many hours on After Effects just trying to learn everything. So I've learned a lot, actually, and I have a bunch of Post-its basically slapped on my desk and around my on my wall and stuff, just things I want to learn and things I know. So so that's pretty much what we got so far. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, comment what you want to see next, and if this helped you. Without further ado, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace and bye bye.